Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and please share this video with other like-minded action figure enthusiasts. As of this recording, I'm very happy to announce that we are at 855 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for helping me grow this channel. This is doing much better than I had anticipated, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So without any further ado, let's get into this latest video. Today we're going to be looking at the Supervillains DC line. This is the new line from Mattel, who recently got the DC license, and this is the Joker. I picked this up at the Mattel store in El Segundo, California, while I was visiting on vacation. I have not seen the Joker in stores. I've seen the other figures, but I wanted to take a look at this one, and it was just a few dollars more than what you can find in the stores. This is the core line. It's roughly $10 to $12 in the stores, and we're going to compare it to other basic figures in the Mattel collection. But phenomenal artwork on the packaging. And then here is the accessories. We get these masks, these Joker-inspired masks that I think are supposed to go on the other figures. So I think this is Robin. And then we have the Flash. And then we have the Batman mask, which I think is kind of cool. I think if you want to turn those figures into Joker and figures. And then we get this really cool accessory, very comic book, over-the-top projectile launcher, dare I say, to look like chattering teeth. It is very cool, and it holds two weapons, two projectiles. It comes with 4 in case you lose any, and so one slot is to store it, the other one actually fires the projectile when you push the button. And a nice neon green color, very comic booky. And then you get this axe type of weapon, and then you get these. I have no idea what these are. Please comment below if you know what these are. I'll have to look it up online. I do not know what these are supposed to be. Maybe they're supposed to be landmines or something like that. I have no idea. So we'll take a look at those online. And then here is the figure itself. Now this is considered like a basic kids line figure. Again, it retails for about $10 to $12. And I am so sorry for the focus on this. I did not catch this until after I filmed it, but it poses very well. It has single jointed elbows, which is no big deal, but the detail on the attire is really good. It does have double jointed pinless knees, which is nice. And again, I am so sorry for the focus on this one. But you get some really good movement here. He also swivels at the wrist to hold the weapon of choice better. You get a little bit of a head swivel. It doesn't go all the way around. At least I didn't force it. And then tremendous detailing on the jacket, complete with the carnation flower, the yellow vest underneath. It looks really, really good. And we're going to get some better shots here in a moment that are much clearer. And then here is the weapon. So you load it up like so. Sorry it's so off camera. I was excited to review this and I didn't even look into the monitor to see if it was in camera. But you have that. So then it doesn't fire both. You have to move the other one to the slot and boom. And it goes pretty far. And then here he is holding it. And I try to recreate him holding it on the package. It's a lot harder than it looks, but I think with some good trying, you can get him to hold it. Holding it straight on was a little bit difficult, but he does hold it. And I think it's very cool. He does have good flexibility in his wrist to be able to turn his arms to hold it in a certain way. So I was quite pleased, and with a little bit more finessing, I think you'll be able to get it better. But that's sort of what I was going for right there. Again, it's easier said than done, but I think that with a little effort, you can get him to hold it like he does on the package. The face sculpt is really good. The detail on a figure and the paint apps are very clean on this figure. The sculpting on the pants and the shoes is really top notch. So then here he is without the big weapon in his hand, is just holding the comical axe that he comes with. So that's obviously much easier to handle there. And then I wanted to see how these work, so I put them on his face. So I guess if you're supposed to fool everyone and thinking that's the Flash, I guess you could do that. And there is Batman, which I think is cool that it came with these faces. It's just kind of cool comic book disguise type thing. Again, this is the kids line. I'm guessing that either later on this year or in 2027 we'll get the more collectible versions, but I am fine with stuff like this just to represent on my shelf. That one looks really good. The Robin one looks really good. And so yeah, I was very pleased. The price point is very cool. It really is. It provides a great entry point. Look at that face sculpt. That is really good on there. I mean, for a $10 to $12 figure these days, that's a bargain. And there you see a much better detail of everything that they've done. There's a full body shot of him there. And then we're going to compare him with other Mattel figures in that same price point. So here are the Masters of the Universe figures that I picked up. Those were $10 each. And then these are the basic versions of some WWE figures that Mattel also sells. And so there you have it. My final thoughts on this figure. The price point is phenomenal. The head sculpt is phenomenal. It's a very fun figure. The accessory is really nice. And it's all around a great representation and an excellent first shot from Mattel with their newfound license with the DC line. I am not an expert with DC figures by any stretch, but I really feel like an entry-level figure of this quality is very fun. And even if you're an adult collector, I think these would be a great addition to your shelf. Without any further ado, I thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and please stay tuned for my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.